A teenager, kidnapped and bound to a tree, chewed through the rope to escape a serial killer.
Terrorize her, tie her to a tree, abuse her, and what kind of a freak could do that?
Despite her escape in the woods of Washington, she was ignored.
When he said, "I don't believe your story," I just shut down.
More young women would die.
I would have seen that then, because if I had, a couple more ladies would be alive.
The killer was convicted of 2 murders from the 1970s, but is suspected in many more. And now there are new leads that could solve these cold cases.
They could be a victim that we have no idea he killed.
Stolen Voices of Dole Valley is about a serial killer you've never heard of, and victims and survivors you won't be able to forget. Find Stolen Voices of Dole Valley at stolenvoicespod.com.
Welcome to the KSL Real Estate Show. Hear updates on the national and local Utah real estate markets. We cover residential and commercial properties. Plus, get inspiring ideas to make your house a home from our sponsor, Osmond Designs. Here's Heather Osmond and Jeff Caplan on KSL News Radio.
Welcome to the Real Estate Show. Thanks for listening. I'm Jeff Caplan. Heather Osmond is here from Osmond Designs. Her stores are in Lehigh and Orem.
Yes, they are. And I love doing this real estate show because I get to hang out with the coolest people in Utah. Today we have Tisha Digman. She has been on this show before, but it's been a while.
It has been a while.
We're so happy to have you back. Tisha, how have you been?
Very, very good. And I'm so happy to be back. I'm happy to see your face. You are beautiful. And it's always fun to join you here and get to talk about what's going on in real estate.
You are a sweetheart. You are a powerhouse in the Park City area market. You work for Sotheby's International Realty. And I just wanted to give our KSL friends an introduction about you. How did you get into the real estate market?
Well, thank you for saying that. That's really nice of you. I have been in real estate for a very long time. My business partner and I, Cam Scheidel.
We miss you, Cam.
Yeah, we do.
Next time we'll have her on.
She's doing an open house actually up in Park City today, but
someone has to work.
We've been together for a very long time. I know, I'm just having fun. We've been together as partners for a very long time. We work with Sotheby's. I started in real estate over 25 years ago, I believe. I started actually working for a developer and sold homes here in the Valley, and then ended up at a community up in Park City called Bear Hollow and worked for that developer up at Bear Hollow, and then ended up working for another developer over at Talisker at Tuhey. And that's when Cam and I were partners, and then we ended up going out and going on our own. And since that time, as you know, because we've worked together on some projects, we have done some development where we find the project and then we put together the team. And then, of course, we use your help designing it and furnishing it, and then we market it and sell it. And we've had a lot of really successful projects, and a lot of that has been thanks to you as well. So thank you so much.
Oh, I love being part of your team. Anytime I get the opportunity to work with Tisha and Cam, I just know it's going to be a great home. So let's talk about Utah real estate. What is going on?
I mean, real estate in general is such a tricky subject. Like I was just telling you a few minutes ago on social media, I saw somebody posted that in 2022, it was like a cruise ship and everything was lovely and beautiful and everyone was happy. And then the next thing it shows, it's like the Titanic and there's waves but there's bright spots to be found in all of this. It just feels like rough waters and it's hard to navigate and kind of understand. But honestly, I feel like it's an opportunity right now especially for buyers. Like, I think it's really underestimated right now how much opportunity there is for buyers, because I think some people or many people are hesitant because they're waiting for interest rates or they think interest rates are going to go down. And what they don't realize is with the amount of inventory that we have on right now and some of the sellers that have been holding off who are now on the market because inventory is up, that they really do have an opportunity to negotiate in a much more aggressive way than they have in the last few years. And if they have the right real estate agent who
like Tisha and Cam, just a little plug there.
Tisha and Cam. then, you might not always see it reflected on like the MLS, but your real estate agent should be encouraging you to hopefully make those offers and see if you can come to an agreement that's beneficial for you.
And I've talked to you several times because I love to know what's going on in the Park City area, Summit County, just about different projects you have that are not listed. Oftentimes Old Town, you always know what's coming up and it never even hits the market. So those are things that having the right real estate agent really does make all the difference in the world, because again, it will never hit the MLS and it will be sold before you even hear about it.
We are super lucky to work with Sotheby's. We have some of the top producing and best agents, I think, in the market or in the state. And so when we go to sales meeting every Monday, we have the opportunity to hear about listings that are coming up that haven't hit the market yet. So as an example, Cam and I had a listing in Old Town just recently that we were able to kind of talk about in our real estate meeting. And we had multiple showings before it even hit the market. It sold the first day that it was on the market and sold for full price. So that was a great opportunity for somebody to, get in, because this was a particular development that doesn't have inventory come up very often. So there's opportunities like that. And then there's also opportunities where we have buyers that we're working with that we just can't find the right fit. And literally Cam and I will get on the telephone, or we'll start texting, or we'll start, sending out mailers. So it really does pay, I think, to have somebody on your side, on your team, and working for you.
What do you mean by sending out mailers? Are we talking about, hey, want to sell your house? Like what?
No, I mean, like as an example, we have a buyer right now that is looking for a very specific type of property, has a 1031, and we have not been able to find the right property. So we will literally send a handwritten note to any of the owners in that specific development to see if they are interested in selling, because we have a buyer. And so not necessarily just, mass blasting, but specific targeted mailers.
It makes sense. Do you get response from that kind of thing?
Yes, we do. Actually, we do get response. And I know that there are times when people perceive that as just sort of a marketing ploy to try and get listings, which may work, but Cam and I use it strategically to make sure that we are finding the right property for our clients, our buyers.
I'm asking because I get those texts asking if I want to sell my house, and it's spam, but this is not that.
This is not that. This is specific, targeted, for a client. Although I have investment properties myself, and I get those texts as well. And I say, thank you very much. And
you respond?
I do.
You know what I say?
We have to talk. Seriously.
Do you know what I say when I get those texts or I get those phone calls? Anything's for sale for the right price.
And
what do you have to offer me? And they usually say, oh, I don't really have anyone. I just was checking in. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're going to
Take me off your list.
You're going to sell your house to North Korea, right?
Yeah, no, hopefully not. My home is not for sale. I love my neighbors, love my neighborhood. That is not for sale. But any of my investment properties, of course. Yeah. Okay, here's another question for you. Typical home value in Utah right now is around $1.52 million. What are most of the buyers' price points that you're working with right now? What would you say?
Oh my gosh! First of all, that makes my brain want to explode. It's hard to wrap your brain around a typical value of $1.5 million. And I really hope that we have opportunities for first-time home buyers and some of our younger generation to get into these homes, because the homes that I'm selling right now, I mean, I could not afford to buy a home that I'm selling myself. The price points are just so high, and with the interest rates. So I hope that there are some opportunities and that the market sort of levels out. But the price points that we are selling up in Park City, they vary. Cam and I do not discriminate as far as price point. Luxury is an experience, not a price point. But right now, as far as our listings, like we have a listing right now that's coming on the market, a 4-bedroom townhome in Midway that's in the mid 700s.
It's a bargain.
That's a beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean, I know
in that area.
Honestly, it is,
Yeah.
and it's within walking distance. It's fully remodeled, a beautiful place. It's not even on the market yet. And then we have a property actually close to the new Deer Valley East development, a townhome. Once again, a 4-bedroom, beautiful 2017 home listed at $1.3 million. That's got walking, trails throughout the community. You ride out, you have 7 minutes away from Deer Valley, all the way to right across the street from the Deer Valley East Village to this beautiful home, a custom home, $3.5 million, which is a lot of money, but honestly, when you consider what they're selling right across the street at several $1,000s a square foot, it's a bargain.
Are most of your buyers going to be owner occupied, or are they investors that are looking at Airbnb or just as investment properties?
You know what? Most of them are either second homes or investment properties. And we've definitely,
Do you ever get people who buy sight unseen?
Yes.
Wow.
We do. And we mostly, when I say sight unseen, we do video, live video tours. So maybe they haven't been in the property itself.
But still.
But
right?
yes, and it is kind of hard to believe. But yes, we do.
That's a lot of money to be buying just off of a video. But today we have great insights on where the Park City market is headed with Tisha Digman with Sotheby's International Real Estate. When we come back, we'll explore some of the major luxury developments reshaping the area and what they mean for investors. You're listening to the KSL Real Estate Show. We'll be right back.
Our public schools are a place where all kids feel like they belong.
My children,
my family, my community.
All students. All students.
All students belong in a great public school.
Let's get ready for back to school at nea.org/backtoschool.
You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. With Indeed sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for your relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Don't wait any longer. Speed up your hiring right now with Indeed. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/PODKATZ13. Just go to Indeed.com/PODKATZ13 right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring? Indeed is all you need.
Downy Rinse and Refresh. Break up with stinky clothes.
Rinse it out. Every now and then I get a little bit tired of the stinks that just will never come out. Oh, Downy in a rinse straight. Every now and then I rinse it out. One wash and it delivers. One wash, it smells so clean. Downy Rinse and Refresh, it's a dream.
Downy Rinse and Refresh. Fights odor in just one wash. Guaranteed.
Trying to lose weight? It's time to try Hers. At forhers.com/4u, you can access affordable doctor-trusted weight loss treatments tailored just for you. These include oral medication kits or compounded GLP-1 injections. Through Hers, pricing for oral medication kits start at just $69 a month for a 10-month plan when paid in full upfront. No hidden fees, no membership fees. You shouldn't have to go out of your way to feel like yourself. Hers brings expert care straight to you with 100% online access to personalized treatment plans that put your goals first. Reach your weight loss goals with help through Hers. Get started at forhers.com/4u to access affordable, doctor-trusted weight loss plans. That's forhers.com/4u, forhers.com/4u. Paid for by Hims and Hers Health. Weight loss by Hers is not available everywhere. Compounded products are not FDA approved or verified for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription required. Restrictions at forhers.com apply.
The murder of 2 men forces their families to wrestle with impossible questions. Who is forgiveness for? Does everyone deserve a second chance? Follow Season 2 of The Letter, Ripple Effect, at theletterpodcast.com or wherever you get your podcasts.
We're back with the KSL Real Estate Show, sponsored by Osmond Designs on KSL News Radio.
And welcome back to the KSL Real Estate Show. Thanks for listening. I'm Jeff Caplan. Heather Osmond is here from Osmond Designs. Her stores are in Lehigh and Orem.
Yes, they are. And we are selling a lot of upholstery right now. I think the weather is getting a little bit colder and people are wanting to cozy up. And we're finally getting those kids back in school. And the moms are looking around and thinking, I think I need to update my home, which, of course, we always love at Osmond Designs. Dining tables are flying out the door. I do not even have one extra backup dining table in my warehouse. So this past week, I was on the hunt for a lot of really great ones. We do have some on the showroom floors, so you better get them while they're there. But that's always exciting.
Heather, I need help. I need furniture.
Tisha,
I need to come. I need an update.
Wait a minute. I feel like commerce is about to happen here.
I have your back, Tisha. We got this.
I need
After
you.
the show, I'm coming over. Today's guest is Park City's own Tisha Digman. In this segment, we're going to dive into the exciting luxury developments that are underway in the Park City area. Tisha, you're the pro at this. Tell us what's going on.
Oh my gosh, it's honestly hard to believe how much we have going on. Every time I think that Utah has grown to the max, there's more growth. So some of the exciting things that are happening right now that, we have been fortunate to be a part of, or at least, represent some buyers on, is the Deer Valley East expansion. So Deer Valley East expansion has everything from Marcella, which is a ski and golf neighborhood, to Four Seasons, to the Grand Hyatt, and then also just right across from Deer Valley East Village on the Jordanelle side of 40, there's some really cool opportunities over there. Everything from Sky Ridge, which is a beautiful sort of mostly single family home neighborhood, to townhome neighborhoods. And like I said in the previous segment, we have a beautiful home that sits on about a third of an acre where you can have a proper yard and beautiful custom home design, huge 10-foot garages. Sorry, I'm plugging this, but the home is beautiful. And it's literally right across the street from everything that's going on at the Deer Valley East Village. So there's everything from single family homes to townhomes, condos, and really some great opportunity because all the growth is coming out in that direction.
It's so true. What segment seems to be selling the best? Would you say the single family homes, the townhomes, or the condos?
Honestly, it's hard to say because it's so segmented even within every little area. As an example, Marcella has single family home lots that literally all sold out. So they weren't actually homes, they were single family home lots, which are being built on right now. And, are starting at 15, the homes for sale are starting at about $15 million plus. But those all sold out.
Jeff, you need one of those.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do a deal.
15 million plus.
I got you, bro. I got you.
Write it up.
Send it to my people.
Mm-hmm.
But also, the Grand Hyatt, those were all condos. Those all sold out. To right across the street, there's the Mayflower Lakeside. Those are pre-sold condominiums. So, that area in general has a lot of good activity. But overall speaking, there's a good mix, and it really depends on the specific neighborhood.
So true. Okay, what about styles? That's something I always love to be involved in, those trends.
Oh my gosh.
For home architecture right now.
I should be asking you because you're really the expert on this, but I feel like we've noticed, going away from sort of the whites and grays. That's been a little bit for a while, and that it's more sort of earthy tones and warm tones, which again kind of bugs me because my own house is white and gray. I need help, but I think that's what I'm noticing. And definitely mountain. We had so much mountain contemporary, and I think we're warming stuff up a little bit more. I don't know
agree.
how you feel.
I always call it mountain modern.
Mountain modern.
But just very clean lines, right? People are still loving to get rid of the log bed that they used to have, right? So it's going from cabin and really swinging into upholstered headboards and beds and just cozy and comfortable, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, more like transitional, right? So that it's not going to be so dated. Like that is one thing that has been very apparent and obvious in the market is anything that is sort of material obsolete or specifically time dated will sit for a lot longer than something that has been updated. And even though somebody could come in and update it, it's just so many people don't have the bandwidth. And so you stand a much better chance of selling and getting a higher price if you've already done that for the next buyer, or you have to account for that in your price.
Oh, for sure, right? No one wants to go in at this price point and mess with the fixer-upper unless there is a huge incentive in regards to the price. Yeah.
Are we talking about like $10 million fixer-uppers? Are we really?
Well, okay. So there can be.
There are some of those.
There are some
but
of
even
those.
$2 and $3 and $4 million homes. I mean, a lot of these people are buying these as second and third homes. They have their full-time job. They're already successful. They don't want to have to worry about choosing all of those things, which is where I come in. Oftentimes they just say, make it look good.
Sure.
What's the price?
If your decor is like 10 years too old, you have to sink more money in.
You do, or you have to account. You cannot think that you're going to get the same price as a house that has already been renovated. You're just not, it's just going to sit. So it's super important to have somebody that can help you price that if you're a seller and be realistic. Because basically if you're not, you're going to sit on the market. You're going to take less for your house.
So true. Thank you, Tisha. Clearly, Park City remains a prime destination for high-end buyers. You're listening to the KSL Real Estate Show. We'll be right back.
You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. With Indeed sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for your relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Don't wait any longer. Speed up your hiring right now with Indeed. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/PODKATZ13. Just go to Indeed.com/PODKATZ13 right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring? Indeed is all you need.
The feeling of just showered freshness can't be beat. With Downy Intense, bursts of just showered freshness can accompany you throughout the day. Really? Yep. Downy Intense's touch-activated technology releases bursts of clean, fresh aromas, so you can enjoy the feeling of just showered freshness. New Downy Intense. An incredible freshness experience awaits.
Two young fathers are shot to death outside an iconic Utah restaurant.
I said, your dad has been hurt really bad.
The grief was disorienting for those left behind, until one choice changed everything.
I just remember writing this letter, and it wasn't me writing it.
Can a personal decision shape generations?
We're all falling for this guy's trick.
I'm Amy Donaldson. Season 2 of The Letter, Ripple Effect, is available now. Follow us at theletterpodcast.com or wherever you get your podcasts.
Welcome to the KSL Real Estate Show. Hear updates on the national and local Utah real estate markets. We cover residential and commercial properties. Plus, get inspiring ideas to make your house a home from our sponsor, Osmond Designs. Here's Heather Osmond and Jeff Caplan on KSL News Radio.
It's the KSL Real Estate Show. Thank you so much for listening. I'm Jeff Caplan. Heather Osmond is here from Osmond Designs. Her stores are in Lehigh and Orem.
Yes, they are. Welcome back to the show. With us today, we have Tisha Digman, a real estate expert in the Park City area. And previously, we were talking a lot about Utah and the real estate market, but let's maybe focus on housing affordability for this segment. And then in Park City, there's a lot of people paying cash or doing 1031s. So then we'll pivot there. So first, let's start with housing affordability. That's always a hot topic in Utah.
Yeah.
Tisha, what's your opinion?
I mean, does it exist? Question mark. There are opportunities. Everything is always relative, right? So what's affordable up in Park City is probably still different than what's affordable down in the valley. There are opportunities, not necessarily in Park City, but for maybe first-time home buyers in the outer areas. So we are seeing some developments in Heber, which is also a wonderful area, close to Park City, and has the great access to all of the different outdoor amenities and everything that people are looking for when they move up to the mountains. And when we're talking about affordability, you're talking about, there are townhomes up there for, $500,000-$600,000. I know that's still a lot of money. But, for Park City and the surrounding areas and to be up in the mountains, that is still relatively affordable. And then I think that, there's a big push to try and create more opportunities. I don't know how that's going to look in Park City. They're pushing for affordable work housing, and that's, I think, going to come together. But as of right now, I think your best bet is to go a little further out, or obviously to look in the Salt Lake Valley, which is also very close and a great opportunity to live, in great areas.
Oh, for sure. How's the rental market for investors right now?
It depends on how saturated the area is. And I think that there are still some really great opportunities to generate income. As an example, Cam and I just sold a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom condominium right in Old Town. And I think it was a little over a year of rental revenue, but it was $175,000 in rental revenue. So there are some really good opportunities. And then there are also, from an investment perspective, if you were just going to buy something, you needed to 1031, and we'll talk about that, into a property where you were renting it out long-term. There are a lot of people who are building and waiting for their houses to be finished that are looking for long-term rentals. And so that's another opportunity for people to look at.
Let's talk about loans for a minute. Are most people still getting loans, or are they paying cash, or are they doing 1031s?
Well, we definitely have a lot of people doing paying cash up in the Park City and surrounding areas. However, surprisingly, just in the past, I don't know, probably out of our last 10 transactions that Cam and I have done, I would say that over half of them have used loans, and these people could have paid cash. So they were still leveraging, I think, the loans mainly because I think keeping their cash in the market is more beneficial than actually taking it out and putting it into a house. So they're leveraging the interest rates, and the interest rates are a little lower than they have been. And so we're seeing a mix.
I love that. Okay, so let's describe what a 1031 exchange is.
Oh my goodness, I've been listening to this 1031 for 45 minutes. And I'm wondering, does that mean that maybe you go to work for the owner and then eventually, I'm trying to figure out what it is.
So the most simple way to describe this is basically a way to, I guess, defer taxes. And so we have a lot of people who buy investment properties in Park City, and they rent them out. And then when they sell them, they have a equity in the property, and they don't necessarily want to pay taxes on that equity. And a way to defer that is to roll that equity into another property, and you have to roll that into a like property. So if you have a property that's a rental, you have to roll that into another rental property. And then that way it defers the taxes. You don't pay the taxes on that capital gains.
So basically you're taking your profits and pouring them into another.
See, That's
There
why
you go.
That's
my
why we
job.
Need you.
It's my job.
Thank you for wrapping it up in a nice little pretty bow. But
Will you interpret what we're trying to say there, Jeff?
I speak real estate, sure.
Yes, you do.
That's what I was trying to say.
That's why we have Jeff on the KSL Real Estate Show with us. He actually knows what's going on.
Put it in simple terms.
I didn't know it was a 1031. Now I'm going to toss that around.
You should. It sounds very smart.
It does sound very smart. You can go tell your wife tonight how smart you were.
But yes, yeah, there's a lot of people that have a bunch of equity and they don't necessarily, they want to roll it into something else, and that gives you, it's a tax strategy.
Oh, for sure. And anytime you own an investment property and you sell it, you do have to normally pay the taxes on that, right? And then you have less money to reinvest in another investment property. But that's where that 1031 tax-free exchange comes in. You're deferring the taxes. You don't get out of the taxes.
Yeah.
But you're rolling that money and you have to invest the same basis. Yes. So if you sold for $1 million, you have to buy another property that is at least $1 million or more. And we are not tax strategists.
No.
But on layman's terms, that's what we know about that. And if you need more information, please contact Tisha and Cam because they know the right people to work with you on that. Okay. Tisha, another question for you. Existing versus new construction. Is there a lot of new construction going on in Park City?
There is a lot of new construction going on in Park City. So again, I think that this goes back to, instant gratification. If there are people that are willing to wait, and we definitely know in places like, again, Marcella, the Four Seasons, and some of the other developments that are out there at Deer Valley East Village, people are, willing to wait. If not, an existing home is a perfect opportunity because number one, many of them are priced under what the new construction is going for. And you have an opportunity to get in there and have some equity right away versus, waiting for some of the new construction. But we do have really, really cool opportunities, whether it's townhomes, single family homes, lots. Right now, they're actually going through a list of people that have reservations on all of the golf course component lots of Marcella. That's actually the Tiger Woods golf course.
The new one.
The new Tiger Woods golf course.
These are pre-sold. They actually have lists of people that are in line to buy this.
Is it because
crazy.
Tiger Woods and the name just draws people?
Yes, for sure. I mean, having Tiger Woods associated with the golf course is super beneficial, but also it is really going to be unlike any other club component because you have some of the most beautiful club amenities that are going to be on the ski resort themselves. And there's the reciprocity from the ski resort to the golf course, and the level of design and all of the different opportunities that that's going to exist in the club is really sort of unique. And so, yes, people are on a waiting list to be able to purchase those golf course lots.
That's incredible. Yeah. Okay, here's a headline that shocked many locals. The Sundance Film Festival leaving Park City. What does that mean for the future of the market? Do you think it is going to affect it, or do you think things seem to be still going really, really well?
It's a super interesting topic because we typically do not sell a ton of real estate during the Sundance Film Festival. People are there specifically to see the films and to, schmooze each other, and they're out at restaurants. For the locals who aren't participating in the festival, it's not the most easy time to get around. You can't get any reservations to go to the restaurants. It's one of the best times to be on the ski hill because typically people are not there skiing. What it does impact, though, is the people who have bought their homes who are planning on renting those out during that time, because that is one of the higher times of the year that generates the rent. That and Christmas and New Year's. And so that remains to be seen how that will impact. But I feel like maybe we won't get, the Sundancers coming in, but we will have the opportunity to maybe switch gears and really market that as a time that's great skiing, and see if we can get, people to come into town to enjoy the resort and everything else that exists there, in lieu of Sundance.
So anyone that knows that I'm from Utah, they always say, "Oh, do a lot of celebrities live in Utah besides the Osmonds?" Is usually what people are asking me.
Right.
There are incredible celebrities that are very well known that do own property in Park City.
For sure.
Just for fun, let's maybe mention a few of those if you know any.
I
heard Oprah.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't she own in Glenwild?
I don't know.
That's what I've heard.
I've heard Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan
and
is a rumor.
Obviously, you've heard Oprah.
Who's the singer? He's all tattooed up.
Yes, I know. Post
Malone. That's it. I couldn't think of it.
Post Malone. I mean, there's actually a whole bunch of people that live up there, but
Michael Jordan definitely had a place.
He had a place at Glenwild.
The story disappeared. I mean, it was a news story, and he put it on the market. I don't know that it ever sold, though.
To be honest, I don't know either.
I don't know. There's great homes in Park City, great food. Today we're talking with Tisha Digman. She's a real estate agent for Sotheby's Summit Realty. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. With Indeed sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for your relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Don't wait any longer. Speed up your hiring right now with Indeed. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/PODKATZ13. Just go to Indeed.com/PODKATZ13 right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring? Indeed is all you need.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right? It doesn't clean as well.
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Oh, let me make an announcement.
Attention shoppers, if you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Stop paying for watered-down detergents. Pay for clean. If it's gotta be clean, it's gotta be Tide Pods. Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
The murder of two men forces their families to wrestle with impossible questions. Who is forgiveness for? Does everyone deserve a second chance? Follow Season 2 of The Letter, Ripple Effect, at theletterpodcast.com or wherever you get your podcasts.
We're back with the KSL Real Estate Show, sponsored by Osmond Designs on KSL News Radio.
Welcome back to the Real Estate Show. We're glad you're listening. I'm Jeff Caplan. Heather Osmond is here from Osmond Designs. Her stores are in Lehigh and Orem.
Yes, they are. And it is the holidays coming up. And so you will definitely want to stop by Osmond Designs, look at our beautiful upholstery that is available, dining tables, all the good things.
Which holidays? Wait,
what
Halloween?
Holidays? What? Kids are in school. We have Thanksgiving just around the corner. So if you need to do a special order, it's a good time because we need about 8 weeks. So you better hustle. And then, of course, Christmas. Get those recliners for your cute hubby and the sideboards for the big screen TVs and theater chairs and all the goods.
You have to think ahead in your business.
I know.
I don't think ahead like that. Holidays. What holidays?
It's weird, right? Yeah, we're almost getting Christmas
So
out.
you're in Christmas gear.
I know.
At the store.
I hate to even admit that. It's kind of a little embarrassing. But yes, we are doing those things. And we're usually one of the last stores to set up Christmas because I always feel like you have to get through Halloween before you can set up Christmas. There's something just wrong with that.
But it's valuable information. You need 8 weeks lead time.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know.
Yes. So today we're talking anything and everything Park City. We have Tisha Digman. She is one of the top real estate agents in the entire state of Utah. And she works at Sotheby's Realty in Park City. And before we jump to that, I do want to give a shout out to Central Bank. They are the sponsors of this KSL Real Estate Show. Tisha, they are incredible. They give not only new construction loans, existing home loans, commercial loans. They have a youth savings plan. They give auto loans. If you need a new car, check out Central Bank. And they're locally owned and operated with locations all across the Wasatch Front. They have been in business for 130 years. And truth be known, they are my bank. I am obsessed with Central Bank, and I really appreciate them believing in me and helping me support my dream, which was Osmond Designs Furniture and Interior Design Stores. So thank you, Central Bank.
Thank you, Central Bank.
So incredible. Okay, Park City. Let's talk about some of the cultural and the recreational events that contribute to make Park City and the surrounding areas such a hot spot in Utah.
Well, it's funny because we were just talking about how Park City is so well known for the winter months. But honestly, we all agree that the 3 other seasons are amazing. So having the opportunity to do everything up there from mountain biking to hiking to kayaking to fishing to golfing. I mean, we have some of the greatest public golf courses up in Heber and Park City and the surrounding areas. Honestly, the outdoor lifestyle that being up in the mountains provides is healing for the soul. It really is. And so being in Salt Lake and having the opportunity to live so close and commute up or in the valley in general is a huge opportunity as well. But just to have those opportunities right out your door is really what people move here for. And then on top of it, the culture, everything from the Park City market that happens on Sundays in Park City, where local craftsmen are out there, and everything from food and art and jewelry, yeah, beautiful
stuff.
Jewelry, clothing, and walking up and down Park City Main Street is amazing. It's just so fun to go into the different stores that are up there, and then of course Midway's just getting ready to have Swiss Days. And so there's a lot of local, art and food, and just the culture up there is really, really beautiful. And people from all over come to the mountains, come to Park City and Heber and Midway. And so we have this really cool mix of just people with backgrounds and cultures, and it's very diverse. And I feel really, really, really lucky to live up there and to be able to work up there. I meet, honestly, as an adult, it's not the easiest thing to find new friends. And I have the best job in the world where I have the opportunity to make these new lifelong friends out of, people that I'm selling real estate to.
Well, and I think the air's just a little cleaner up there too.
It is.
You were just talking about all the people, and I think that's what makes a community great. But I, just like you, have met some of the coolest people because of my interior design services that we've done in Park City. One being the VP of eBay back in the day when she was, running the whole thing, honestly. An AT&T executive. I mean, there's some really, really fascinating, successful people that are building second and third homes in this Park City area, which has been such a blessing in my life. Thank you for joining us on the KSL Real Estate Show. If you need a real estate agent, please look up Tisha Digman, Sotheby's Real Estate, and her partner, Cam, who is not here today. But we loved having you on the show, and we'll be back next week. Thanks again.
You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. With Indeed sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for your relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Don't wait any longer. Speed up your hiring right now with Indeed. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/PODKATZ13. Just go to Indeed.com/PODKATZ13 right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring? Indeed is all you need.